I would absolutely recommend you. I have recommended you. And I guess what I would say to my colleagues is that like Spud's class really gets you out of the box and it forces you to think and take into consideration all of the complexities to any type of community or social engagement, entrepreneurship, innovation. Because sometimes when we're talking about social impact and social entrepreneurship, it kind of seems overwhelming, like one of those wicked problems. And, we all know that a wicked problem is something that there's not one answer for. This is a great way to walk through a social issue, problem, idea, adventure, to understand that many things are possible and it's how we approach it. And one of the issue that I was struggling with was getting out into the community. So when I went through your course and then I had my students come through your course, it was really like, how do we get them out of their proverbial box? Because we all know when we're out of our box, we see the world differently. And that's exciting. And it's also just kind of get your brain going in a different way. So I was feeling hopeful that you would be able to give me, as well as my students, tools when I first got in touch with you. I chose you because of your energy, because of your yes and why not lens you look through and live life through and solve problems through and are creative through. That in itself is motivating and energizing. So, how was it like to partner together? It was wonderful. I felt really excited. And it's funny because at one point I was like so excited, like I can do this. It was kind of, I wanted to get into my power pose, like, I got this. This is great. And your feedback was wonderful. And it kind of hit at the points that I really needed it to hit at. And I felt validated because where I was frustrated, you acknowledged that, but you also said, well, hey, Renee, what about this? Have you thought about that? So I really felt like it was a collaborative process. And I just felt so much more energized when we finished working together, and so much so, and believe in what you're doing on a lot of different levels, that I took it to my students and I dropped it into one of my classes. And I know that many of them had the same experience. You're energizing, you're motivating, and you really bring clarity to the possibilities. And it's been fabulous working with you. And I really appreciate all that you did for my students.